veins. I've been driving this train, years in this lane. There's no stopping this flame, cause I came.
Well, hey, beautiful people. Hey, beautiful people. I hope that each and every one of you all are having a blessed day. Y'all, I just saw such a sad movie. I just saw a movie that just made me cry, y'all. It just made me cry over and over again. And it also made me think about going out for sushi. Ain't that something? So today, hey, let me show you what I'm working with. Today, what I did was I got some spicy tuna rolls, along with the spicy crab roll. What I got for you today is, spicy tuna rolls. These are the spicy tuna rolls. And for those of you who aren't a fan of sushi or trying sushi for the first time, I got spider roll, which is fried crab. Okay, so I got spider roll, and I got some vegetarian miso soup, and along with some taro tea. Okay, because I'm not a real fan of the bubble tea. The bubble tea has the tapioca little balls, and they're real firm. But I do like the bubble tea, and I was able to find the bubble tea at Sam's. I forgot how many. It comes, either 6 or 8 different flavors. And the bubble tea is very thin little bubbles, right? And they pop in your mouth, okay? So that's what we're working with. This is what I'm working with today. And I just want to talk about that movie, y'all. I know it's kind of old, but I don't know what possessed me to watch it. But yummy. And I got this from Hakata over in Midway Park, y'all. Hakata. Here we go now. Now, in Japan, what they do is they eat sushi whole. So I'm gonna do what they do in Japan. That's how I've always eaten it. You don't use it with a fork. Us Westerners, you know. I love the taro root tea. I wonder if I could just pump there. See how simple that was? And I've already sanitized my hands, y'all. And and they usually have the soup to go along with their palate because of the rice and all that. You know, to kind of cleanse their palate a little bit. That's what they do with the soup. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say my grace, y'all. And don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all. As a matter of fact, let me just tilt it like that. Okay? Let's tilt it like that. And see if, yeah. Okay? Do it like this, baby. I think I'm gonna need to roll my back windows down or something and let some air in. Amen. Won't he do it, y'all? He is so good. He has been so good to me, y'all. I have no complaints. But I will want to tell you all, heart warriors, be careful. When it comes to heart warriors, be careful when it comes to you know, you're drinking your juices or water or whatever and stuff. Make sure that you stay hydrated. I know it's like a catch-22, you know, because you can't drink too much, you know. But stay hydrated. Remember to stay hydrated and everything. I say that because evidently I've had an incident where I wasn't hydrated. So I want to pass that on to you all. You all remember the tsunami that occurred, I think it was in Thailand in like 2004, I believe it was. Yeah, I asked for some extra wasabi, because they usually don't give me enough wasabi for all the sushi. And what I do is I put the wasabi and I mix the soy sauce with the wasabi. This looks like homemade wasabi here. Yeah, that looks like homemade wasabi, which is, you know. Ah! The tsunami. The movie is called The Impossible. So The Impossible details the experience of a family family. I think they were American family. Of a family depicts the survival and stuff of a family, an American family that was through that. And it was 3 boys and with their parents. And I tell you, the scene that made me cry. Let me tell you the scene that made me cry. The scene that made me cry was the scene when they found their older brother, because what happened when the tsunami hit, it was the father and the 2 little boys were in the pool. It was early, it was in the morning. The father and 2 little boys, they were standing in the pool. The woman, the mother, she was alongside the pool wall, which was made of glass. And then And the oldest boy, he looked and saw, and he just started running. The family got split up, y'all. Through all that disaster, the family got split up. And when they got split up, it was Lucas, the oldest boy, that was with the mother. And it was the 2 little boys and their father. So they didn't know who survived. Excuse me. So they didn't know who survived, you know, and stuff. The mother was hurt really bad. She had to end up having her leg. Amputated. The mother had to end up having her leg amputated and stuff. And I'm trying not, I don't want it to squirt. There it go. The mother had to end up having her leg amputated, and it was just, I mean, they went through it. They went through a lot. But it just goes to show how things are put in place in order for blessings and miracles and stuff to happen, to occur. Because the little boy, the man and the man and his two sons, the two young boys, they got a transport. They got a ride on a truck with a lot of other people, survivors and stuff, right? And they were going to hospital to hospital. And so he begged the one guy. He said, "Let me just go into this hospital. You know, this is the last one." And as he went in there, he was in the hospital. The little boy and the mom. That's where the mom is. The little boy is going to find the mom some water. And as he goes to get the bottle of water that they're giving out, the volunteers are giving out and stuff, he sees his father walking. He sees his legs and stuff, and he knows it's his father. So he knew that that's his father. So he went running in search of his father. Now his father has gotten off the truck to go take the hospital for Lucas, the oldest kid, and the mother. The two little boys is left on the truck. The littlest one says, "I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta use the bathroom." And they're saying, you know, his brother is saying, "Don't get off the truck, don't get off the truck." But he's saying, but he ran off the truck, the back of the truck. And the little thing went to use the bathroom, and his brother happened to run after him, like, "What are you doing?" And so he saw that he was using the bathroom, so it was like, okay. So they go running back. They go running back to the truck, you know, to get on so they can continue their trip. As they're continuing their trip, the father, he has stood, but the curtain was closed. He had stood at the door of his wife, but he didn't know. And he limped on down. He was on his way. He was on his way out of the hospital. So you have the father coming out of the hospital because he can't find his son or his wife, and then you have his oldest son Lucas that's with his son, his mother. Meanwhile he done ran down in all these tents, different, you know, it's a mess there. So he's, you know, looking for his father. So as the two little boys go back to the truck, they sit in the truck. So Lucas is so frustrated, the oldest boy, he is so frustrated. And I'll tell y'all a story about that. He's so frustrated that he's looking around because he know he saw his dad. I didn't want it to fall. Yeah, saw it was kind of heavy, y'all. So the little boy, Lucas, the oldest boy, he just stopped. And he just started looking around, north, south, east, and west. He just started looking around. And he's like, because in his mind, I know he's saying, "I know I saw my father. I know I saw my daddy," you know. And boy, he just yelled, I have Sonics behind me, y'all. So he just yelled. He screamed, "Daddy!" And the little boy that was on the truck, the youngest one, was the one that said, "That's Lucas." And so Lucas' back was turned towards them, from them, right? So they couldn't. So they started screaming, "Lucas! Lucas! Lucas!" And his back was turned, and so he was like, and they start running. They start running and calling his name, and he started calling their name. And the little bitty one, oh man, I mean, these kids, they deserve an award just for that scene. That little baby one, he was running, and he was running with all this might, y'all, and he was yelling for his brother. And so they was hugging and everything. So I told you the father, that was the end of the search, right? So what he was doing, he was coming from, coming out the hospital. And they got people everywhere, okay? So he was coming out the hospital, and he saw them two hug. He saw the three of them hugging, and he was like, "Lucas, Lucas," and he was limping, and he was, oh man, that was the best scene to me, y'all. The best part of the movie to me. The best scene. The emotions. Mm. Mm. And y'all want to tell you, in Japan, not only do you eat sushi with chopsticks, you don't eat it with a fork or anything like that. You eat it whole. And y'all want to know something that's strange, that's customary there? Oops, slippery, slippery. Grab onto it, grab onto it, grab onto it. Mm-hmm. It's fried crab, y'all. See? Let me turn it. Mm-hmm. So, what's customary? I'm sorry, I got lost in this sushi. It's customary to eat their soup a certain way. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Okay? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's customary in Japan to slurp. You know, when you were younger, your mother told you, don't, when you're eating soup and stuff, don't slurp. Well, it's said to be a compliment when you slurp soup in Japan. For everyone to hear. Everybody be at the table, all you hear is slurp, slurp, slurp. So, and this is a vegetarian miso. Oh, I'm already loving it. I'm already loving the vegetarian miso soup. Is one of the soups that's really good for you. It's supposed to be a healthy soup. Okay, this has mushrooms. It has green onions, broccoli, tofu. I like tofu. And I believe it has some edamame, but the woodiness of that mushroom in there. And this is how they eat soup in Japan. For those of you all who are visiting Japan, it's always good to have a host family. I was over there because of the military. And of all of my travels, Okinawa, Japan was my favorite duty station. And it still is my favorite. My least favorite duty station was Hawaii. Y'all can keep going over there giving them your money if you want to. Your tourist money. Because that's all they want from you. And I'm going to leave that one alone. But y'all know I'm going to keep it real with you. If I want a ticket to Hawaii, today, I would sell it or give it away. Real talk. That's how they do it. Okay. Let me go ahead and try my taro. I've never had the taro tea from them. But I like the taro, the hot taro tea. It's a really pretty color too. It's like a deep purple maroon purple color. But anyway, it's a really deep color. The taro tea. Okay, I taste the taro. It's the taro root. I can dig this. As long as you leave out the boba. I can dig that. Y'all go and check out the movie The Impossible, okay? Go and check that out. If you're an empath like me, you're gonna be boo-hooing. But that family went through a lot, and it was a really good movie, actually a true story and everything. You know, if you new to my channel, you don't know this, so I'm just gonna say it again, tell this story again, just in case you missed it the first time. the story of how I learned how to use chopsticks. The story of how I learned how to use chopsticks is when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan in the early 80s, right? And as I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, they have not tsunamis, they have typhoons. And I'm going to tell you, those people, they prepare, okay? They have typhoons. Typhoons. Not tornadoes, typhoons. So, I should have never looked. We're attracted to this sushi, y'all. The fly. The fly here. Get out, get out, get out, get out. It's out. It went out, it went out, it went out, it went out, y'all. But the light helped, you know, when the window's down, the light helped. But I wanted to tell you, the first time I learned how to, this will be the intro. Let me tell you about the first time I learned how to use chopsticks. Picture this, it was the year 1981, right? Excuse me, Okinawa, Japan, where they have typhoons. Excuse me, and I must tell you, they really do, their culture, they really do prep for their typhoons and stuff. Like I said, they have typhoons, not tornadoes, but typhoons. So I'm in the Bay. So they have typhoons, they don't have tornadoes. I'm living in the barracks. Young single Marine living in the barracks. So the Marine Corps Exchange is right across the street. The little exchange. So they tell us, you know, y'all go ahead and get everything y'all need, because we're going to be locked in for, you know, until this stuff blow over. Excuse me. So go get your canned goods, dry goods, all that kind of stuff, right? And so I went over there and I got my tuna, I got my cup of noodles, I got my dry goods, I got everything that I needed, y'all. And came on back to the barracks, you know, set my little stuff up, put my little stuff up and everything. So when the typhoon hit, I was like, I'm good. I made me some cup of noodles and did not have one fork, spoon, or knife. Did not have one fork, spoon, or knife, y'all. Went around to different rooms. Didn't nobody have no fork. Didn't nobody have no spoons. I'm like, what the what? What? Nobody? Nobody. So, luckily for me, y'all, I don't know how, but amongst my little stuff, I had some chopsticks. That was the beginning. I got hold to some chopsticks, y'all. And I didn't drop a noodle. You would have thought I was part of the Japanese culture. Did not drop a noodle. You heard? But I want to thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all. And you know I holla. Be good to yourself and make sure you're good to others too, okay? All right now.